Hey everybody, today we're going to do a video on a chipper I just picked up. It's a 2021 Bandit 65 XP, which means it's basically a 6-inch chipper. It's a 6-inch up and down, and the width is 8, so you can, a slab or something like that off the sawmill will probably go in it pretty good too. But I'll show you. I got a pretty good deal on it. It has some damage, so I was at MB Tractor picking up filters one day, and this was out there, so I looked at it and we got talking, and someone had rented this and dropped a tree on it. So if you look there, there's the chute's got a pretty good dent in it. It's got a little bit of a tweak right there, which I don't think is going to be too big. It works, and it was still in the rental fleet. Got the fuel tank, but I kind of somewhat jokingly said something about, you know, I'll give you this much, because I've been kind of looking at them, and I looked at I want to say it was like a late 90s, early 2000, maybe early 2000s. Same thing, they really haven't changed nothing. It's got the older style Vanguard motor on it. The original, like early 90s, I think, had Wisconsin's on them, the old motors, but the unit itself really hasn't changed. But I was looking at stuff that had, you know, well over 1,000 hours, sometimes over 2,000 hours on it. They still want like 13 grand. So I kind of jokingly said what I'll offer you this much. And next day he calls me back and he goes, hey, he said, we would probably give you a deal on that, because he said when they have a rental fleet, they normally have 2 of everything. People see this, and the one beside it didn't have a dent in it. They always rented the other one, so they had one that was getting up towards 1,000 hours. This had 153 hours on it, because when they're both there, like anybody, I wouldn't choose this one either because of the dent. But I ended up making a deal with them on it. I've always wanted one. And like I said, the Bandit stuff, this is a really well known in the rental fleets. And I talked to a few people too before I actually purchased it, and they're like, no, these are pretty much bulletproof. They're simple, and the actual design hasn't changed. All they've really upgraded is that motor. Everything else has been the same, I guess, for like, 18 years or some stupid thing, which I like the idea. I looked up, same thing, the parts availability for new blades and stuff like that. They're a day away, even if you want to order them. So, but I picked it up. It's got 153 hours on it, and what I'm going to do is we're going to give it a power washing today, bring it in. I just figured it'd be a good video, kind of a cool video. It's got a couple, like I said, I want to fix this strap, fix the dents, and repaint that chute. I believe just power washing it's going to make it look brand new. Like I said, it's a 2021, 153 hours on it. But I'm going to bring it in, touch up the paint. I'm going to guess I'm going to keep it pretty good looking. I'm not going to beat the crap out of it when I'm using it. So if I clean it up, paint it, I might actually have my guy that leathers my trucks do some stuff, put my name on it. But I just figured I'd start the video this morning, show you, and explain. I feel I got a pretty good deal. One of my buddies that's in the logging business, he was over about something else the other day, and I think I could have sold it to him for quite a bit more than I paid for it. So, but I want it. Just, you can rent them, but like I said, I waste a half a day sometimes renting stuff like this. By the time you go get it, bring it back, and I do a lot of jobs where I only need it for like 2 hours, and it's just a big pain in the butt. So I picked this up. I think it's going to be kind of a nice tool to add to the company. All right, we got that cleaned up this morning. Tried a couple different simple green soaps and stuff like that, but they seem like the Clorox bleach cleaner worked the best. But now we can get in and get that dent fixed. I just figured I'd take a shot. They weren't afraid of greasing it, which is good. I normally have a wax pencil right here where I can mark that. Choose a piece of tape, I guess. push that fuel tank out, it doesn't crack. Clean that stuff off. I power washed it the other day, but I probably should have popped that off first. Just gonna go put that in a vise and straighten it, I think. It's pretty good. I'm just gonna scuff it a little bit and spray bomb it. I can't see not making it. It's a nice machine, and I'll probably keep it looking good and stuff like that. We'll just keep crawling out, and I mean that's probably something that happened that day. I'm gonna try to get this. That everything works. It doesn't blow chips out or nothing, but that's a little tweak. Pretty much it's a brand new unit. I want to make it look, like I said, I'm gonna keep it. I keep most of my stuff looking pretty good. So. I'm gonna pop that other one off just so the black paint matches. This is kind of a matte black. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pick up a spare tire for it, and I'm glad I looked into it because that tire is I believe it's a 10-inch rim. Like I went to Napa the other day to get some bolts for something else I was doing, just to check. They didn't have that one in stock. Tractor Supply last night. I went to one in two different ones the last couple days. They can get it, but no one had it in stock, so I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna probably bolt it to one of the fenders, but I want a spare tire so if something ever goes wrong. I've always tried to keep spare tires for any type of trailer that I have. I just think it's crazy not to. That way if you're out on the road, I try to have them on the trailers too, but even my small tractors, I want to get a spare tire for my loader too, so if you have a major blowout on a job site, I'm going to grab a heat gun so we'll get that off. Here to here is no glue, just where I originally started. Let me see if black I can break it down. Be nice just to see that peel off. This edge chipping, so I'm going to try to paint that. A lot of pitch and stuff that's down here, that's coming right off too, so it's cool. I ain't worried about inside that chute, but I actually gotta get this going. I still a lot of tree damage this year, so I'm gonna just take a razor blade and cut that T a little bit where that's messed up, and my daughter can touch it up. She's pretty good with a paintbrush. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with that. That came off that easy. Probably gonna take these off and paint that bar again. I don't think I want to peel that off real easy, but maybe. Yeah, maybe. See, one thing is sticky. This wasn't as new as it was, and low hours I wouldn't even worry about doing this, but like I said, I'm pretty sure I can make this look like a brand new machine again with very little effort. So I just think it makes the company look more professional. Came off pretty good. I ended up taking off even the reflective tape there and on here. I'm going to put new. This is starting to flake off. I'm going to paint that first, but I'll probably, I want to make it look just like it did from the factory. And I think that will actually keep these from rubbing the paint off when you're touching them with your hand all the time too. Lacquer things seem to take that glue right off, so pretty cool. I just figured I'd show at that point. So that's all the stickers I believe I'm going to take off. I was going to replace these, but it's not that bad. If you do get a stuff up there anyways, it's going to get kicked out. I think the little effort I'm putting into it's going to make it look a lot nicer. So, but the next thing we'll be doing is the chute. I'm going to grind that and see what I can do about getting that to pull out. I can get in. There's an inspection cover here. You take 2 bolts out. I think I can get in there and get that out. And as long as I get it out somewhat, I don't care if I have to grind it and put a little Bondo in it. I just want it to look good. But I think I can get the, I'm going to say 90+% of that out just by taking that inspection cover off. We'll find out. Why they wouldn't have taken a little bit of effort to fix it, but I don't think they care as long as it makes some money. Man, I'll tell you, I think I'm going to be able to get right at that real good. That'll be nice. That is a heavy plate though. I'm gonna wait a bit before I do it. It's kind of early. It's like 5:30 in the morning right now, so I don't really want to be banging on this. Well, I do, but my neighbors won't like it. But I think, well, why? This morning's the first time I really looked. I'm like, wow, that's so if it got plugged or whatever. But I actually think that's gonna. We'll find out later. But I think that's gonna work out real good. That'll be nice. I was thinking I was gonna have to cut that and re-weld it. This might be a pretty quick project. The easier, the better for me. Cool. I ordered the paint yesterday from Napa. Bandit chippers. I probably could have called them and got a paint code, but I brought a piece of this in and I thought they could take a picture of it with a camera like they do now, but it was too small. But we matched it up. It looks like Komatsu yellow. We're gonna find out. And I'm using a base coat so I can kind of blend that chute. So I think I'm gonna get away with it. I mean, a lot of guys would have spray bombed it, but I want to get all of it touched up. And that's the thing I like about base coat, clear coat, is you can just hit those areas and clear coat that. I'll probably tape it off, just do that square piece. Down here, I'll probably tape off here and just clear coat, but I wanna sand and touch up a lot of it. I'm also gonna make a spare tire mount on this fender, I think. So probably start working on that tomorrow. I actually got work for it next week, so it's gonna look pretty for about a day. I'm gonna be painting that chute once I fix this damage. This sticker's coming off. There's like a coating on it. I messed with it. It's got to come off anyway, so I might as well just grind it. I can't make a bunch of noise this morning. It's too early, but I can grind this off real quick. got the bulk of it off. I should say all of it off actually, but like I said, we gotta do the minimal. I'm gonna have to do body work to that, so. Like I said, it's a pretty good dent. But I got the sticker off and we're gonna be priming and painting that and body work. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I wanna do with this. It works. What I don't wanna do is tweak it and have it not work, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of thought before. I'm hoping I can just like clamp that and get it a little bit straighter, but I thought they messed with it originally, but I don't believe they did because these bolts still have the paint on them. So I think it worked when they were done. So but the tree hit that, and I can see here there's stress cracked the paint off. Again, everything works, so I'm not gonna mess with it, but I do want to touch that paint up. Make it look the best I can, but like I said, I think when it's all said and done, I'm gonna have a pretty nice unit for very little money compared to what it would have cost new. And to me, 150 hours is still like new, but like I said, I was looking at these that were 10, 15 years old, and they still wanted 13,000+ for them. Yeah, it's like they were clean, like personal owned. They were real big. The rental fleets had hours on them though. A lot of them had replacement motors, which isn't a good sign. This one here, everything I've looked at so far looks like it's brand new. So that dent, like I said, there was an inspection cover I never really even looked at, but I unbolted that, got in there with a pretty heavy solid piece of steel and pounded that up to where I'm happy with it. Couple coats of Bondo, and then I think it's gonna look pretty good. I'm just taping that logo up so we'll get some primer on it tonight. I'm gonna use a fill-in primer. I'm hoping I can just give it maybe one coat tonight, sand it in the morning, one more coat, and then tomorrow night if I feel ambitious. I'm just hitting these edges like this. That stuff drives me nuts. A lot of that was just bad painting from the factory. I think it flaked off. I think that's what happened there too. But I'm gonna clean up all these areas. I got a pint of yellow today, and Bandit Industries, I probably could have called them and got a drum, I think they call it a drum number because they probably buy this stuff in like 55-gallon drums, but we ended up just matching it up. I brought a pin with me. It's supposedly it's a pretty good match to Komatsu yellow, so we'll find out. But like I said, there were some scratches here and there. I'm gonna throw some primer. I sanded them out. The bottom of that gate was kind of chipping off up top. Like I said, it's 150 hours to me. That's a nice piece of equipment. Next shot, you'll probably see it in primer and getting ready for paint. I'm gonna try to tape this up pretty good, cover that motor. Base coat, clear coat. The base coat you can kind of put on low pressure. The clear coat's gonna be high enough so it's gonna get all over everything. And that plastic, believe it or not, anything like this cover or that, the static of it will pull clear coat, and then you'll just have a shit show. So I got all these stickers I want to try to tape up, and it's gonna be fun. I might see if my daughter will come out. She loves that crap. We got this thing in primer. Let me go cut that fan off actually. I just primed it with a inexpensive lacquer primer. I'm not getting too crazy with this. I used to use epoxy primer on everything, but man, that stuff's expensive now. But like I said, I'll probably sand that in the morning with 320, give it another coat. Tomorrow afternoon, sand it out with 400, and I think it's gonna be good enough for what it is. Actually surprised they don't have a machine that makes that a little bit nicer from the factory, but I suppose for what it does, they don't really can either. It's just built out of kind of a heavy, I should say light plate for really, but really the paint on this, when you really look at it, but it is what it is. I just want it to look good. I'm going to keep it looking good. 10 years from now, it's probably going to look like this. I also got a tire coming. I want to put a spare tire, I think, on this fender tomorrow. I've got a bracket. on a free boat trailer I got had a spare tire thing on. I'm hoping I can just use that mounted on here. It's made to go on the hitch, but I don't want it up there because that's going to be a tight turn already, being a short tongue. So right here, I can't picture any reason I'd be jumping around on other than turning that chute, and even that I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. On a show, I covered a few of the stickers I'm gonna paint in here, and I'm not gonna get too crazy for what I'm doing. Probably will cover that battery box. So like I said, that plastic stuff gets pretty staticky, so wrap that Bandit information box. But overall, I'm gonna try to keep it low pressure. I'm not looking for, it ain't like it's gonna shine. You look at the finish they had. I want to stop the little bit of rust that was on it and whatnot, and that then I had to fix. The thought of Komatsu yellow being close isn't even close. What I'm going to do is, I got some black. I'm going to put a couple dots of black in there and see if I can darken it. Hopefully, we'll find out. But like I said, that's like yellow. That's almost like school bus or Fisher plow yellow compared to like bus yellow, but I'm gonna mess with it, see if I can, it's gotta match better than that. What I wanna show is, this is the paint I bought, which wasn't even close. This was the old Fisher yellow, and that's the old Kubota orange. That old Fisher yellow was a better match than that, but what I did is I kept just taking a stick, put it in the orange and dipping it in the yellow, and I finally got a, that's just the base coat. I still got to clear it, but that's like a way better match. I tried black, and black wasn't doing it, so I dipped a little bit of the black. I had a pint of black, and that was just making it like a weird color. But then I'm like, oh, I want to try. I looked in my cabinet and I found some Kubota orange. I said, well, let's put a little orange in it, and it really does. I think I'll get away with that, so I'm going to be good with that. So the bottom of that's painted. Like I said, I blended this side, but it matched. I'm happy with that. So get some clear coat on it. I just got done clear coating that. Look, it's going to match good enough. It's not perfect, but I'm good with that. So I also took some of the chipped areas and just clear coated them so they wouldn't rust. But like I said, that kind of matches. It's I'm happy with it. We're gonna throw a spare tire on it and the tank back on it, and that's ready to roll. So I guess they had just serviced it, so I'm not gonna worry about the oil change. Everything looks good. I got all the reflective tape back on it that you're supposed to have on it legally. I think it helps too, like on these, you're gonna be grabbing it with your hand all the time. I think that's why the ones that are on there were worn out. But just so people know too, that tape's getting expensive. 100-foot roll of it, I think, was going to be like over $200, and I ended up buying 18-inch pieces that you get. I think 4 18-inch pieces for like 20 bucks. But other than that, it's all painted. Everything's back on it. The fuel tank's back on it. That chute was pretty banged up, so that's fixed. The fuel tank. I straightened out this strap, and the tank, there's like a sleeve in here, so I can't get at that. I originally thought I could take the gas cap off and just push out on it. But I think once I'm out on a job with it, in the sun on a real hot day, or I should say sitting in my yard on a real hot day, I might actually try to just put a little air in that and blow on it. If you put the pressure in, I think it'll pop out on a hot day. It's already popped out some just by relaxing that bracket. But like I said, it's all back together. I added the spare tire. All right, this is gonna be the first time I'm using this. I had some work to do on the road right near one of my lots, so I just went out with the excavator and took these are all small maple trees and mostly birch trees. Mixture of, there's a little bit of firewood, but most of it's just going to get chipped up. So I rather than deal with the stump after, I just yanked them with the excavator, stump and all. And it's literally right on this road out here, so I just dragged them in on this lot, and I'm going to give this chipper a shot. So I put one piece through it, and then I thought I probably should tape it. I think it'd be good for the video, so we're going to tape it working. how good the company. Like I said, this is normally the size I rent anyway, but so normally I'm a little more organized. I wouldn't have brought all this crap. It just happened to be I was working in the neighborhood because we've been getting rain the last couple of days. So this is one of the last things I had to do to send a bill. So I figured it'd be a good day to do it yesterday and today. But overall, like I said, it's fixed. The chute works fine. This worked before. I didn't try it, but I trust the guy I bought it from. The actual guy in service used to be one of the owners before MB bought him out. He told me it's fine. So they were renting it the way it was bent up. I just think it looks better. I just wanted to say the video's done. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe. I'd like to grow this channel. I'm a landscape company but we do our own repairs and paint work, so I tape everything. So again, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.